Hello, beautiful people. Psychic Debbie here. Hope you're having a great day. Today, we're going to talk about your birth number. Happy birthday! It was just my son's birthday and made me think we are born with our birth number, okay? And that can't change. Your birth number can't change, and the birth number has a hidden meaning behind it because it tells you what one of your purposes on life is. So you're going to go, well, how do I do that? How do I do that, Debbie? How do I find my birth number? Well, it's really easy. So I kind of wrote a bunch of things out for you. And then I want you to do it at home. So get a piece of paper and a pencil. I can wait. I could sing. La, 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 la. No. So get a piece of paper and a pencil. And I mean, you can put this on pause. And then I'm going to show you how you can get your birth number, okay? Your birth number is kind of like foreseen for you. What is one of the purposes? What are the things that you need to work on? And then also you can add your birth number to the year. So if it's 2016, it'd be 6 and 1 is 7, and then 8 and 9. So this is a 9 year. So I am a number 3, okay? So then you would add 9 and 3 together. So it'd be 9, 10, 11, 12, which make it a 3 again, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to write out your birthday. So here I'm going to show you. It's my son just had his birthday. So if I can show you without, okay, so his birthday is May 28th, 1993. So May is the 5th month. So you would add it like this. 5 plus 2 plus 8 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 3 equals 37. And then you put it down to one number. So 3 plus 7 equals 10, which equals 1. Which is kind of funny is because he was born exactly at midnight. He's a Gemini and he was a twin. So he definitely wants this double indemnity thing. You know what I mean? So his number would be a 1 or a 2. Okay? He goes by May 28th. But exactly, he was born exactly at midnight. So because for the records, we had to give him a day. So he could be a 1, or he can turn into 11, and that I'll tell you about the number 11 after that, because then it would add up. If we added another number, it would be 11, and that's a master number. And if people that have a master number, I'll talk about that later. So what I want you to do is I want you to add it up. So take your birthday. So like mine's November 2nd, it would be 11/02, and then the year. And then mine turns out to be a 3. I'm a 3. And we're going to say my son's a 1 this time, okay? So then what you do is you add it up and you figure out what number it is. So write down your number. So everybody add up your things and then do your number, you know, and it would be 1 through 9. If it's a double number, like I was saying here, it turned out to be 37, you round it out to a 1 digit. But if it's at 11, if it adds up to 11 or a 22, keep it. Okay, because I'll tell you about that later. 11 and 22 are master numbers, and I'll tell you about those numbers later. So then also your name has meaning to it. It has more meaning, and there's a mystery to it. In Egypt, the Egyptians many years ago used to name you by numbering and letters and symbols. They had a lot of symbols then. So to figure out your name's number, again, that can change because you can change your name. So my born name was Deborah, but everybody calls me Debbie. So I could probably do Deborah or I can do Debbie. So this is how you do your name, okay? So you would write, let's see if you can see it here. Sorry. So you would write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, only up to 9, and then you would do the ABCs. So it goes up to I, and then J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, and then, you know, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And then whatever your name is. So mine is Deborah, okay? So Deborah, and it turns out to be 35, okay? And so then I would add, and then I would bring it down to a 1. So 3 plus 5 equals 8, and I'm an 8 number, which is a power number. So my first name is a very powerful name. Deborah is a very, even if you say it, it's like Deborah. So I'll keep this up for a little bit, or you can put this on pause and then look where and do your name, your birth name, and then you can do your nickname. So this helps out if you're trying to name your company. Okay, so it turns out right now, Deborah or Debbie Griggs, they're both 8. And so then I would 8 and 8. So Debbie Griggs or Deborah Griggs, they're both 8. So then I'd add 8 and 8, which, you know, would be 16. So I'd be a 7 number. Okay, my name together is a 7. So if I'm using it as a business, then you want a powerful number. So 8 and 9 are money numbers and powerful numbers. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to put this up again. So this is for your birthday. You put the month you were born and you put the number of the month you were born. So my son was born in 5. I was born in November, would be 11. Then the day that you were born, if it's 02, then you put 02 there, or 28, and then the year. And then you make it go down to, like, his is 37 and 3 plus 7 is 10. And then we make it rounded out to a 1-digit number unless it's 11 or 22. Okay? And then on your name, you do the alphabet, and you go up to 9, and then you do the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, J, or I, you know what I mean? And then J to R, do you know what I'm saying? A to Z, and then you would do this, so like Deborah, da, 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 da. This can be a lot of fun. Is this a lot of fun when you're like with friends and stuff? I think it's really fun. So, put it on pause, get your numbers together, and I'll tell you what they mean, and I'll show you some meanings, and you can look it up on the internet too. But I just got a couple meanings for you, and that you can say, oh yeah, that resonates or it doesn't resonate, or boy, I need to work on that. Or so I have some positives and negatives on these. There's no negative though. It's just something to look at. So like, okay. So here, I hope you can see it. So number 1 is independence and strong-willed, means new beginnings, and can be conceited. You can be conceited if you're a number 1. So you're saying, well, Debbie, I'm changing my name to Debbie Griggs, and maybe my maiden name was Debbie Grevin, and so, or Deborah Grevin. Then if I changed it to a 1, it would be new beginnings. Do you know what I'm saying? So you would use your name can change. So like if I was trying to, again, do like a business, I would change it to an 8 number. Or a 9 number, okay? I tried to anyways. So number 2 means kind, needs balance, partnership, and romance. So if I was born, and I'm a number 2, my husband's a number 2, he needs a balance. And it's so funny because he's a Libra also. So it's balance. So he needs balance. He likes romance. He can be kind. He needs a partnership. He likes to be in a partnership. You know what I mean? So look at your numbers like you were born. So I'm a number 3, which is coming up. So magic and intuitive, which fits me. They can be brave, but we can be impatient, and that's so true. I'm very impatient. I got to work on that. So then you're saying, well, what about, that's my birth number as a 3. What if it was your name? Do you know what I'm saying? So say you're working in a spiritual thing, and you're doing magic, and you want magic. Say you're not too spiritual, and you are creating a garage, you're working on cars. Well, you want the name of the company to be magical, so that a number 3 name of your business would be magical, okay? You would know what your clients need. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like you would use this in that way. Number 4 is home. It's a home. Now, you need stability, you're loyal, but you can be very strong-willed. So you can be kind of stubborn. But see, at number 4, you want home. You need stability. You need loyalty. You can be loyal and you need loyalty, but you can be very strong-willed. So a 5 is an adventurous person, okay? Wants to travel a lot, courageous. But with the travel, because they're moving around a lot, they're unreliable, okay? So if you're a number 6, here we go with number 6. So number 6 is harmony. They need harmony and family and balance. Again, they need balance, but they can be weak. Do you know what I mean? So because they need the family, so someone could take advantage of you. It's like, you know, a child on a mother kind of thing. It's like, well, I need this home feeling. So that could be the downfall, but the other part is that you you're a good place to fall. You bring balance, you bring family, okay? Number 7 is magical. Magical forces, mystery, inactive, needs to create. You need to create things. So, and number 7 could be very, needs to move a lot or whatever, you know what I mean? Or needs to be acknowledged a lot. So with you needing to create, you need to either create or have people looking at you. Number 8 is wealth, success, powerful, and blunt. Okay, so like I was saying, my name is Deborah. So, like Debbie Reynolds. Do you know what I mean? That's a very powerful name. She did have wealth, and then she lost it, and then she brought it again. So, just because it says wealth doesn't mean we have issues with wealth. Do you know what I mean? I can bring wealth. But like if you're having a business and you want to name it a certain name, I would have it so that the numbers or the letters or numbers come out to be a number 8 or a 9. Okay, so number 9, achiever or achieve, success, dreamy, artistic. But they can be dreamy. Do you know what I mean? So they can be, they can achieve, or they can be the other way around and just be a dreamer. Do you know what I mean? They're dreaming about their achievements. So there's always two sides to the numbers. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And like I said, put it on pause. If you're like, oh, wait, you're going too fast, Debbie, just put it on pause and then you can look at it. Okay, so now if your numbers add up to 11, which my daughter does, and if my son, if we add one day to his birthday, then he's at 11 also. An 11 person is a lucky person, and my daughter is very, very lucky. It's a lucky person. They can have visions. They have a lot of belief. So what they believe in, they'll always believe in. So if they believe they're fat, they're going to believe they're fat. Do you know what I mean? So they need balance and transformation. So you could have number 2 as transformation as in spiritual enlightenment, or transformation so that things are going to be moving, okay? Transformation for the good or for the bad. So number 22 is also a master number. It's a leader, powerful, but can cause disaster, which is so weird is because my daughter was born November 22nd, which is JFK's day that he passed away. So he was very powerful. There was transformation that day, and he was a leader, okay? So leader, so you can take it both ways, okay? So my daughter, she's very, very lucky. Is she a leader? No. She has, not causing disaster, but she can look at, see things like, oh, I don't know if I like it that way. You know what I mean? So she can have angst. So you can always have the opposite of what is on here. So she needs definitely balance, though. And she's a very visual person. I don't know if she allows it all in, okay? But 11/22, like I said with JFK, it was a transformational day. There was a lot of power behind it. I mean, it's still affecting us to this day. So, transformation. So, I hope you get what I was trying to tell you. Happy birthday! It's your birthday number, and it's your name number. And just have fun with it. Do you know what I mean? Have a fun game. Get all your friends together and go, oh, it's your birthday. Let's figure out what our birthday numbers are and see if people relate and say, yeah, that you know, that describes you, that's your number, or whatever. Or like I said, if you're trying to do a business or you're trying to get known, they used to do it in the olden days in the movie time, you know, they changed your name because of how it sounded and what it resonated and the power behind it and stuff. So I think it would be fun to do, okay? Well, I hope you have a great day. I'm sending you blessings and smiles. Mwah! Bye-bye.